1.3, solve linear equations. And I can already tell you, you're not going to love this section because not only do you have to solve the problem, you also have to check it.
Oh, that's not too bad. I thought you were gonna say
Everyone always hates it because they have to check. It's something that's so basic, you're like, why do I need to check this? And it's really just because it's the instructions and you need to make sure you know what to do.
At
So.
least we don't have to draw it.
Yeah, solving graph, those are the worst ones. Okay, solve the equation, check your solution, pretty chill. Number 4, y minus 4 equals 7. Solve for y.
Wait,
I'm at a loss for words.
y equals 11. No.
Okay,
Yes,
so
it does. Yeah.
add the 4 over, so y equals 11.
Ryan, did you check it?
No. How do you check?
So now to check
Plug
it,
it in. 11 minus 4 equals 7.
you do 11 minus 4 equals 7, so 7 equals 7, and you put a little check mark by it.
Do you have to do the check mark?
Do you have to do the check mark or the check part?
The check mark.
I mean,
If
it's...
you don't put the check mark, how do you know it's true?
Because the same number is the same number.
Is that a fake check mark or did you actually do that?
I did that.
No, that's a fake one.
Sure, that's.
It doesn't do check marks.
That's
If I
so cool.
if I try to get it to do a check mark, it curves it.
Whoa, it's a Nike
Whoa.
That check mark you did is really good though.
Thanks.
How do you do it?
Straighter than you?
Check mark.
Okay.
My hand's wet again.
Stop
8.
sitting it.
4 equals 2/5 g.
Good.
How do I solve this one?
Divide by reciprocal.
Multiply by.
I mean, yeah, multiply by reciprocal.
Yep. So I'm gonna multiply by 5 over 2, which is gonna give me,
I don't know.
well, 20 over 2, which reduces to
10.
10.
Good equals 10.
So check it. 4 equals 2/5 times 10. So 4 equals 4.
Can you show me how we did 2 over 5 times 10? You just like,
It's our class. Spanish 3.
I just reduced.
Spanish is.
oh, because you put them over 1, I forgot.
I'm moving to the back of the class, so I'm not going to say a word. in
Yeah,
English.
it's like
I'm gonna
this
get a whole
is
nother narrative.
that.
Right there next time.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just going to not be
Yes.
afraid my hand.
I first see you doing what your brother did, and he just would keep scooting the desk farther and farther this way.
Zach, do you not like me?
Especially if people were in front of him, he would just like scooch it over, so he was like his own little row.
Well, I know where to sit next time.
Yeah.
Okay, are y'all okay with these basic ones? Like, can I go to something harder? Okay, good.
Shepard has no idea.
It's literally,
Not that tall.
literally, they're like the same instructions, but these ones are gonna have a variable on both sides instead of just one. So,
Like,
6x plus 7 equals 2x plus 59.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to tell you, when I have a problem that has like variables and numbers on both sides, I move in one step. Variables to one side, numbers to the other. Like, I don't
Yeah.
do it in like multiple steps. Some people do. That's fine if you need to do that. But you're in an advanced math class, you can skip some steps every once in a while.
Thank you.
So we get 4x on the left. Subtract the 7 on the right. We get 52. Now, these ones you still have to check, but I'm going to show you a very important thing about checking these ones. When you plug it in, you're going to get it looking like this. People decide that they want to start moving stuff over. When you check it, you can't move stuff over. You've got to make sure that that left side is equal to the right side. That's how you check these ones. So 6 times 13.
87 plus 7. Wait.
I think you flipped these numbers.
No, it's 18. Wait. It's 78. 78.
I was gonna say, I think you flipped the numbers. And then over here,
Plus 50.
That's
85 equals
Oh, shit.
84. I'm at 85. Today's Monday. I'm at Tuesday. I think it all
Thursday.
and so while you may be like, why does it matter, or why do I have to check these? This process is something that we're gonna use when we get to trig. Okay, verifying things in trig, we are gonna have to show that the left side is equal to the right side. And so we won't be able to touch anything on the right, we'll only be able to manipulate the left. So this is kind of just getting you ready for that process. 28. 5m minus 2 equals negative m minus 2.
No.
So I'm moving variables to the left, numbers to the right.
No.
6m equals 0. So m equals 0. This is like best case scenario, guys.
I thought it was gonna be
I thought it was
complicated
going to be undefined.
for a second.
Oh, no. Yeah. Undefined.
So when you check it and you plug it in, you have 5 times 0 minus 2 equals negative 0, which obviously that's not mathematically right, but I'm plugging in 0. So we get negative 2 equals negative 2.
Wouldn't it also be just rewritten?
Separate
Like,
what?
you said it wasn't correct for it to be negative 0.
Like you can't have, like 0 is not positive or negative, so we
But
technically
wouldn't
can't
it be
sign it.
negative 1 times 0? Negative.
Hello.
Ow!
Hold up. I got
Yes.
You have slapped me.
I slapped you.
You're welcome.
I left.
Jenny, you have
I don't have a free period at all.
I don't know. Oh, it's right there.
It's
I
a
don't
shared
I don't
folder.
have no more. I don't got no more.
Wait, I think I can. I took. Yes. There's only 2.
We are 2. We're domain 2.
You are.
Yes, it's probably
And then there should be one under there that says something about like evidence or something like that, I think.
That's why I didn't take that.
Cinnamon.
There's one lemon.
Maybe.
There's one lemon.
It probably won't tell you how to upload it, but I will probably be done teaching in like 10 minutes. If you want to come over, I can show you on my computer where it is. Uh-huh. Bye.
Good one.
Okay, Shepard, what was your question?
No.
I forgot.
The cinnamon took it out.
I think you were asking something about 0 being
Wait,
negative
wouldn't
or
it be
something.
negative 1 times m?
No.
So then it wouldn't be negative 0?
Where'd you get the what?
I thought
There's
this
a
air
1
fryer showed
in
us that
front of
last
the
week.
negative.
I mean, technically there's a 1 in front of it if you,
after
but
you plug it in.
I'm just saying it when you plug in the 0, you can't have negative 0, but for the sake of plugging it in, it's fine.
Okay, nice.
But don't like ever write that your answer to a problem is negative 0 because that's not true.
What about positive 0?
No. 0 is not positive or negative.
So is zero, is zero,
0 is actually
is
not
it a whole
negative.
number or an integer?
It's
It's
Integer.
Not, it is? Okay, but not a whole number?
Yes,
Whole
it's
numbers are
nothing.
like 1, 2, 3.
Well, no, it's not nothing.
Yeah, it is. Nothing.
It's an integer.
A little.
Nothing.
How are we having debate about what 0 is?
Okay, distributive property.
The irrational.
Oh. 38. 7 times t minus 3 is equal to 2 times t minus 9 plus 2t.
Yeah, I need to keep forgetting to bring my book. Chapter.
And this is still a solve and check. It's just under a different category. So what do I do with this?
Distribute.
Distribute first. So I get 7t minus 21 equals 2t minus 18
Plus 2.
plus 2t. Now move all the variables over. So I'm moving a 4t to the left, so that is 3t equals, add 21, gives me 3. So t equals 1. Then I can plug it in. So 7 times 1 minus 3 equals 2 times 1 minus 9 plus 2 times 1. So 7 times negative 2, negative 14. 2 times negative 8 is negative 16 plus 2. So negative 14 equals negative 14. Are we okay on distributive?
Yes.
All right. Everyone's favorite
Still, you should keep
That's our forecaster.
fractions.
Oh, that's my number. Ow, I hit my elbow.
1/5 d plus 1/8 d equals 2.
Ooh, tricky.
See, you say that, but I have a trick that makes it easier.
Can you show us?
Can you tell me? I don't want to do it without knowing the trick.
I don't know how to do it.
If you don't tell me, I'm just gonna wait till you show me the trick.
So, when you have two fractions, what do we normally do?
Combine them.
With a
Fine.
common denominator, right?
Someone's phone ringing, baby.
Well, I hope
Yeah,
it's
I
not
got the
yours.
phone.
Hold up. I think it's the iPad. Let me just.
Is it still alive? It was like a 5% yesterday.
Yeah, it's at 7 now.
I think
It was like 26%, but
That's a lot bigger than 5.
I figured it would be dead by then. Okay, so we get a common denominator, right? And so what would the common denominator for that be?
40.
So you would end up with, what, 8 over 40 and 5 over 40, but you still haven't gotten rid of that fraction, right? Like you're still dealing with it. Well, this magic trick gets rid of fractions.
Why
You
has
just
no one
erase
told me
it
this
from
stuff
your
before?
paper?
Look, I didn't learn this till I started teaching.
Why did they teach us
Okay.
fractions if we can make them disappear?
Is it the
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
Oh,
Watch
so the
this.
D stands for
We're going to multiply the entire equation by 40.
the common denominator?
See,
Or does it just have to be 40?
It just has to be a number that both can factor,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's typically
I
going to be
thought
your
40
common
was the special
denominator.
number.
Yeah, it is.
No, just in this case. So I multiply the entire equation by 40. Okay, so 40 times 1/5 d would give me what?
8D.
8d.
80.
Plus 40 times 1/8 d would give me,
5D.
and then 40 times 2, which that's the part that people forget. You got to make sure you do it by the equal part, 80. And fractions are gone.
Wow.
Why did I
Why
not
didn't
know
they
this?
teach us that?
Look,
Why do I still not know that?
I was so mad when I got to start teaching and I saw that in a book. I was like, why did no one teach me this
In the
like
past
15
week,
years
I've
ago?
seen how much time I wasted in math. I mean,
How would you do that without
division,
multiplying?
subtraction, and fractions are all completely unnecessary.
You would have to get a common denominator, add them
6.
together, and then multiply and divide. And
I'm not doing
Sounds
that.
too difficult.
yeah, right? We just saved a ton of work by doing one thing.
Woohoo.
So now 13d equals 80. So
It's like 6 points.
d equals 80 over 13, which is where you can leave it. The only ones you don't have to check are the fraction ones,
Okay.
Yeah.
even though the instructions say to.
You should give us all fractions because we actually don't have
That's a great
And the
idea.
reason is because if you were to do that, you would have 1 over 5 times 80 over 13 and so on and so forth, and that would just be really annoying to deal with.
Mhm.
So if you don't think you did it right, you should plug it back in. But we did it right. So anyways, any questions?
No.
Sweet. Then problems are 9, 13, 23, 31, 35. Where's your book?
Achoo!
It's in my locker.
There's my
You want me to go grab it? I'll go grab it. I didn't want to leave the room again.
Don't Don't touch my leg.
45.
That made me uncomfortable.
45 is the no checking one, so I'm just gonna point to that so you know that. I mean, you can, but you don't have to.
What time does this class end on Chapel schedule?
I always forget. Let me look.